that we are about to share. Current affairs, of course, being one of our core pillars. Eskom CEO Andre de Ruyter revealed this Thursday as he outlined the huge challenge of combating internal crime syndicates contributing to the country's power crisis. That's not an ideal management situation, de Ruyter said of the security measures in place at the plant. Just one of many affected by criminality, he did not name the manager but lauded him for making strides against the hotbed of corruption. Speaking at an Exporters Western Cape networking event in Cape Town, de Ruyter referred to this week's news of rocks instead of coal being delivered to another power station, just small enough to pass through the coal screening system. We've been able to apprehend a truck driver who was involved in the stealing coal from Eskom and delivering rocks to our plant. Rocks doesn't burn so well and really messes up your plant, he added. Coal corruption is endemic in our supply chains, he said. It is a battle. It's really tricky. Eskom is, however, making strides towards combating the crime. De Ruyter said proactive measures to combat crime needed support from the criminal justice system in the form of arrests and prosecutions. Eskom could not fix the legality or the legacy of criminality in isolation, and it said it would take a collective effort to undo the damage that's already been inflicted. There's an ecosystem in which we operate. A fish cannot swim in a toxic stream. Unless we clean up the stream, we cannot hope to fix Eskom. Former Adidas employees have accused the company of turning a blind eye to Kanye West's alleged bullying. In an open letter from former staffers, a 45-year-old rapper, the 45-year-old rapper has been accused of inappropriate behavior, with detailed claims that Yeezy founder, whose brand had ties with the sportswear company until they cut ties last month, would show staff and job candidates pornography on his devices. As reported by Rolling Stone, the group of former Adidas employees have accused Kanye of showing them graphic pictures and videos, as well as alleged revealing intimate material of his then wife, Kim Kardashian. According to the publication, the letter read, he has in years of the past exploded at women in the room with offensive remarks and would resort to sexually disturbing references when providing design feedback. The letter is titled "The Truth About Yeezy, a Call to Action for Adidas Leadership." The article references dozens of former workers and their pieces. This should be very interesting. Women for Change, who advocate against gender-based violence in South Africa, have praised a statement made by Sonia Mbele about her son Donnell's vicious attack on his girlfriend, Rieko Ditswe. The activist organization thanked the actress for not turning a blind eye. Donnell is the son of Sonia Mbele and ex-husband Leslie Sedibe, who had been accused of domestic abuse. This week, Sonia Mbele's son, Donnell, made headlines after his girlfriend, Rekeditswe Makete, accused him of brutally assaulting her. The young woman shared pics of her injuries as well as a screenshot from Donnell in which he confesses to wanting to kill and rape the woman. Hours later, Sonia herself issued a statement condemning her son's actions. She shared, from the age of 17 to 26, I was with a man who was abusive, physically, psychologically, and emotionally. I'm mentioning this so that you understand that as a woman who has suffered all kinds of abuse, I do not stand for support or condone such a stance. Sonia then admitted to falling short in helping her son navigate his experience growing up in a household where his mother was allegedly being abused. Nevertheless, she added, Donnell will face the demons and take accountability for the actions and let the law take its course. Rehab, therapy, and internal healing will prevail. Speaking to a magazine shortly thereafter, Sonia Mbele also revealed that she had encouraged her son to seek help at a rehabilitation center. Musician DJ Somebody was reportedly fatally shot in the early hours of Sunday. Casper Nyovest has been inconsolable since the news broke and has been sharing his emotions and memories he shared with the businessman. Taking to Twitter timeline, the rapper posted a clip of a performance they shared together at one of the iconic concerts, Fill Up Royal Bafokeng 2019. We had a summer on lock, Munati Mpulai. It's going to be so hard to carry on without you, Sambi. They say you never know what you have until it's gone. It's hard every day and harder every day. We had plans. We were supposed to be the next. We were supposed to do this next week, did he? On his Facebook page, Casper spoke about the friendship with the late star, recalling memories he shared with him. Sometimes you call me Diddy, sometimes you call me Kanye. I still don't know which one I prefer, but I know one thing for sure: the bond we shared was special. Family and friends gathered at the Lewende Woord Church in Centurion, Gauteng, for a memorial for DJ Somebody, whose real name was Opa John Sifoka. Two men were discovered dead with gunshot wounds earlier this week in Durban. On Monday, Marshall Security responded to a scene with two men with lifeless bodies were lying inside a car. The team responded to a shooting incident in Avoca where it was established that two gunshot victims had been declared dead on arrival. At approximately 2:45 p.m., the Marshall Security Emergency Dispatch Center received multiple calls and messages on various WhatsApp crime alert groups where it reported a shooting incident that had taken place in Effingham Road. Multiple armed response vehicles and members of Special Operation Team were dispatched. The crime scene was secured by Greenwood Park SAPS, assisted by members of the Marshall Security Company. Another tragic incident with bleak circumstances is the murder of DJ Somebody. All of this happening to remind us as well just how hectic the scourge of violence has really gotten in South Africa. 33 after 9 now. Czech fugitive Radovan Krejcir said it was unfair and illegal that he was being kept in a maximum security facility when he had not been found guilty of attempting to escape prison. Krejcir took to the witness stand on Thursday at Kempton Park Magistrate Court, where he applied to have charges of attempted prison escape struck from the court roll. The Department of Correctional Services alleged that in 2016, Krejcir devised a plan to escape from Zonderwater prison in Pretoria, but it was foiled by undercover police. Despite the fact that his ex-girlfriend, Marissa and Christopher, had already pleaded guilty to being part of the plan to break him out of jail, Krejcir still maintains his innocence. He said that shortly after he was charged with attempting to escape from Zonderwater, he was moved to maximum security facility as a form of punishment. Krejcir said he was first moved to Kokstad Maximum Security Prison in KwaZulu-Natal and later to Kgosi Mampuru C-Max Prison in Pretoria. He claimed he was kept in solitary confinement for more than 15 consecutive days. Krejcir, who is enrolled with the University of South Africa, said that he was frustrated that Kgosi Mampuru did not cater to students. The case resumes on Friday, where Krejcir will continue to testify. Tourism Minister Lindiwe Sisulu has launched a dispute following the formal announcement of the ANC's top 6 nomination. In a letter addressed to the Electoral Committee Chair Kgalema Motlanthe, the Electoral Committee members, Sisulu states that the field nominations do not correlate with data given during the announcement. She is demanding to know what exactly happened to the list of candidates or request to see the raw data. The nominations for the party's top 6 excluded Sisulu, who didn't garner enough support to run for the party president. Sisulu hopes the committee will examine the processes which have been followed. Gender-based violence, a scourge that knows no boundaries. It affects all kinds of women. Those in the maritime industry say they are sick and tired of suffering in silence. At a 2-day GBV seminar in Cape Town, seafarers told the stories of abuse, harassment, and bullying. Other women have detailed their problems aboard mainly international vessels. The seminar, organized by the Transport Department of South African Maritime Safety Authority, was attended by business people and government officials. They promised to address the abuse and harassment experienced by women at sea. Finally, and further afield in our continent of Africa, a brawl broke out in Sierra Leone's parliament in Freetown Wednesday, the 23rd of November, as MPs were in session. They debated a proposed change to the electoral system to allow the proportional representation in next year's election. In video footage, representatives from the ruling party of Sierra Leone and the opposition All People's Congress are seen fighting and throwing chairs. The West African Nations Electoral Commission advised switching to the proportional representation system for next year's local and parliamentary elections, excluding presidential polls. The opposition claims the move would be unconstitutional when the government backs the plan. However, for it to be passed, it requires parliamentary approval. Lawmakers torn apart equipment and broke a vase. The fight erupted at around 11 a.m. and had quieted down by the afternoon. According to local reports, the police intervened to calm down the riotous scene to expel disruptive MPs from the chamber. The June 23rd vote will see President Julius Bayo, who was first elected in 2018, contest a second term in office. Last week, lawmakers passed legislation to introduce gender quota in all elected and appointed positions ahead of next year's election, which had been a major campaign promise by the president in 2018 when he was elected. And on that note, it brings us to the end of our moment in current affairs. More to come as the program continues.
We are Extra